Good morning. I'd like to give you the most thankful welcome to our showcase today. We appreciate you being on time. We're given 4 more minutes for it to be 12 o'clock here in Costa Rica and give more time to more of our guests that will be joining today. We've seen you promptly. Thank you very much. Okay, and it's 12 o'clock here in Costa Rica. Not a beautiful day in paradise for us. I would like to thank you again for being with us today. Hoping we're going to have a great time together. We're going to be sharing some of the product of Costa Rica, a brief introduction about the protocols and things we've been doing here in Costa Rica. In behalf of the group Pro Imagen, it's an honor to be here with you. Pro Imagen is a group of 90 members that includes travel agents, tour operators, hotels, car rentals, domestic airlines. That's great because for you, it's simple. In a single click, you'll be able to get all the information, official information, and updated information, hand in hand with the professionals that have long expertise and that are certified in the quality products of Costa Rica. My name is Michelle. I've been working as a tour guide, travel agent, and a biologist in Costa Rica for 30 years. It'll be an honor then for me to be your host today, along with 5 great friends for today and 6 different products we're going to be sharing for you. The way we'll be doing this is going to give each one of them 5 minutes to show their product. And at the end of individual presentations, they'll be sharing with you their contacts, their mail, so you can have direct contact with them. Anytime you feel like having a question, either specifically for them or about the country, you can share in the chat room, and we'll be going through all of them at the end. And I'll be more than pleased to answer any of the questions about the country, generally speaking. You have an image right now of who will be sharing with us today. Excellent products. Well, it's all about Costa Rica, the pura vida, if you've been here before, right? Before we go through this, we'd like to go through some of the points we've gone through. We have mentioned in other webinars we've given about why Costa Rica is the best destination after COVID. We'd like to invite you to go to our YouTube page on Puro Imagen and look at them. Also, new destinations, new angles to approach Costa Rica, and we'll be having more of them. So that means that we haven't been just waiting for the airport to open, which, by the way, already opened on August the 1st. Now, September the 1st, we have had new states coming to Costa Rica. September the 15th, there will be new ones. We'll be more than pleased to share the list with you at the end of the presentation. But Costa Rica has been working in our ways to be ready for you. The good thing about us being a neotropical country is that this kind of diseases are new to us. It's not like a surprise. We have used to deal with this kind of situations. And there are some specific points, keywords, let's say, that would be helpful in these matters for our country. Costa Rica is safe. You would say, how is this related? Well, peacefulness is one of the things that you want to be sure you'll be enjoying a great vacation, a great holiday, you and your guests, when they'll be coming to Costa Rica. And as you know, Costa Rica is known for the pura vida. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with this, it's the Hakuna Matata. That's who we are, our lifestyle here in Costa Rica. Calm, relax. We don't say it, it comes from outside. Uruguay's ex-president, Julio Maria Sanguinetti, said, wherever there's a Costa Rican, there will be peace. Also, Ryochi Sasakawa, a person who's been military and had lots of blood running through his hands, said that blessed is a Costa Rican mother whose son is born in a country where they will not serve the military. Those are some of the things for which Costa Rica is known. So this will be a calm, relaxed environment to enjoy when you come to Costa Rica. One of the things that I was able to witness with the very first cases of COVID here in Costa Rica, where the last tourists were enjoying before it all triggered, it was seeing individuals going to the tourism police and saying they felt comfortable, at ease, like at home, being helped. That's one of the things about Costa Rica, helpful, friendly, pura vida people. The other thing is that we have a good healthcare system. If you go through the statistics, you will see how Costa Rica, really low mortality rate, talking about the area, lower incidence. And the thing is that in the 1940s, Costa Rica went through an evolution, and we abolished the army, gave that money to public education, we gave it to the social security system and public interest housing. So in these matters, Costa Rica is located worldwide in between a country like the US and Canada, both of them larger, wealthier, and longer in history than we are. And imagine life expectancy in between them. An infant mortality that's never exceeded the 1% ever since we had Social Security. It's pretty low right now, it's 0.63. So imagine that, it's like really low. And definitely this is helpful in a situation like the one we are. We have in Costa Rica a population that is literate as well. And as I said, is used to this kind of situation. Access to internet allow us to control the situation and have updated information, again, as I mentioned at the very beginning. Costa Rica is clean. And if there's something we have heard about and insisted since we have had this situation, is the cleanliness. And Costa Rica is clean inside, outside. We were the first country in 1985 to sell oxygen, $2.5 billion, what Costa Rica gets yearly from different governments and institutions to protect our environment. So that tells you a lot. About a third of the country is protected under the name of national parks and biological reserves. It's a lifestyle here in Costa Rica. Also, and as I said before, in matters of diseases, Costa Ricans are used to fighting this with health, actually, with cleanliness. And this is why it's easy to establish protocols. Protocols are very, very long matters to discuss, and most likely we'll be having a specific webinar about this. We're preparing that for you. But we have gone through the basics in protocols in videos like the ones I mentioned before. And you can go through the Costa Rican Tourism Bureau official page, and you will find there 14 protocols that will be from the very beginning, ever since you buy your airplane ticket, in the airplane, at the airport, customs, once you get out of the airport itself, transportation, guides, hotels, front desk, and every department within themselves have their protocols. Obviously, we will not go through that today because it will take all the time we have programmed for you. Controlled experiences is also something that is very important because you hear about names, you hear about standards that are familiar to you. So knowing you're familiar with them, you know they're familiar with this kind of protocols. So it feels safe within you. You know, it's names you can trust, it's people you can rely on. And this is what's positive about Costa Rica, definitely. It's a country that has had in tourism the #1 industry for large amounts of time. It's actually very important, and we expect you to help us with your customers, as a lot of Costa Ricans depend on your business and our business. So going on with this presentation, now we're gonna start with the meeting part, as we said, with our exhibitors for today. As you can see, we have 4 hotels, we have a travel agent and a tour operator, and I'm honored to start today in introducing Arturo Nápoles from the Rainforest Tours. They're travel experts, and they have been a leading authority on eco-adventure tours and travel since 1995. It's very easy to talk about rainforest. You hear so much about it, but getting to know it takes an expert, and knowing where to, who with, and how to. That's the work of Rainforest Tour. So I'm going to pass the word on to Arturo. Thank you very much. All yours.
Thank you, Michelle. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. I hope you are all staying safe and healthy during these very trying times that we're all praying will end soon. My name is Arturo Nápoles. As Michelle mentioned, I am the owner, founder, general manager of Rainforest Tours. Are you okay? Our company has specialized in creating very unique and personalized itineraries to Costa Rica for over 25 years. At the same time, strongly supporting ecotourism activities and promoting tours and lodges that are environmentally sustainable and beneficial to the local communities. Okay, Ali. If you haven't discovered Costa Rica yet, I think it's time for you to do so. Costa Rica can be the ideal destination for your clients, whether they are solo travelers, groups, couples, families, friends, or honeymooners. This is a country truly of unsurpassed natural beauty, boasting majestic volcanoes such as Arenal, Rincón de la Vieja, mystic cloud forests like Monteverde, mysterious rainforests such as Tortuguero, Corcovado National Park down in the Osa Peninsula, raging whitewater rivers such as the Aquia River, hundreds of beaches along both Pacific and Caribbean coastlines, and last but certainly not least, which is something that Michelle obviously emphasized, the warm, hospitable, and enchanting people that will welcome and open their arms to your clients here in Costa Rica. Now, later on in this webinar, you're going to be hearing from some of my colleagues and representatives of lodges and tour operators in some of these destinations, such as Tortuguero, Arenal, Monteverde, Jacó, San Jose, Rincón de la Vieja, who will take you up close and personal and describe the wonderful amenities that your clients can enjoy in their spectacular destinations. Now, as you can see, Costa Rica's incredible biodiversity and variable climate offers a multitude of travel destinations for your clients to explore and enjoy. Now, with so much to see and do, deciding where to go can often be the hardest part of your client's trip planning process. And it's been our experience that an increasing number of travelers are requesting tailor-made travel and private tours. Now, one of the reasons that make Costa Rica such an exciting destination is that it offers your clients the opportunity to experience multiple locations and habitats in a single vacation. However, even though the country is small, our infrastructure is far from perfect. We don't have super highways, and it does take a little longer than usual to get from point A to point B. And distances can be very misleading. That's why we measure here everything in source of time rather than miles. So here is where we can be of most use to you and your clients, because we have extensive knowledge of the country's transportation system. A major consideration if your clients have never been here before, we can advise your clients the best routes to take, when to consider road versus maybe flying, and maybe roads to avoid entirely, just to name a few. Especially this last one, especially important during our green season, during our rainy season, when unfortunately we have certain situations where some of the roads get a little flooded. We have mudslides. So it's very, very important to be up to date with this kind of information, and that's what we're able to bring to you. Now, we have a team of dedicated Costa Rica specialists who will work with you and your clients to design that ideal itinerary, which can include transportation, accommodations, meals, activities, tours, pace of travel, and of course, budget. Your clients can opt to select from one of our sample itineraries, amend it to any of their liking, or create a whole new one. Adri, can you link to our itineraries, please? Now, in designing a trip for your clients, it really helps in answering a few questions that are of key importance to get started. What are the dates of their trip? How many persons will be traveling? Are there children? And so what are their ages? Is there anyone with physical disabilities? Oh, that's a politically incorrect word, I apologize. A wish list of places and sites of interest. What is their price range? What kind of lodging accommodations are they normally used to, and what do they prefer? I think you get the picture. The more we know about your client, the better we are able to prepare and send you a preliminary proposal complete with logistics and net pricing information, which your clients can change in any way they like. We'll make as many changes as it takes until your clients have exactly what they want, a truly unique, special travel experience in Costa Rica. Adri, okay? In closing, I'd like to thank all of you for giving us some of your precious time and to allow us to share some of this wonder that is this tropical Costa Rica. Please stay safe and healthy. We look forward to hearing from you and welcoming your clients to our country. We are open for business. Hope to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arturo, for this beautiful presentation. And we can tell so much more about Costa Rica when we see information like this. Costa Rica is a country that is diverse in every other way. And Leticia, thank you very much for your question. We'll be going through more details about when to come later on by the end of the presentation. But one of the things about Costa Rica, And related to the fact that it takes a while to go from A to B is that we're the second country in the world with most volcanic formations. So we go from sea level to 12,570 feet, separated just by 63 miles. Imagine that. So we have 12 different life zones in Costa Rica that are present. We have 83 microclimates. So imagine that. It's a very diverse country and allows you to see so many different things in a very small amount of time. Volcanism, nature in terms of wildlife. The beaches are very different because of the volcanic origin of Costa Rica. The different agricultural crops that could be present in the country as well. It is interesting for you to learn. We do have, Don Arturo, a question for you. Are you able to provide lodging as well as activities?
Yes, of course. We're a full service tour operator, Michelle, so we can provide transportation, accommodations, lodging, specific tours. So yes, absolutely, lodging as well as activities.
Thank you very much. As we said, that's a good thing about being with the professionals in Pro Imagen. We have set it all for you in a simple click. It would be the easiest and fastest professional way for you. Thank you very much, Sherry. So we're going to move on to one of the small paradises of Costa Rica, one of the places that really unplug you from this reality we have lived, cement like most likely for most of you. And it's Laguna Lodge in Tortuguero, what we have called the small Amazons in Costa Rica. It's a place where there are no roads that will take you. And Laguna Lodge is an eco-tourist hotel. And it's a leader amongst the hotel and resorts in the tropical country with its own style and comfort. But most of all, they have thought of personalized service. The hotel rests on a beach on the North Caribbean of Costa Rica with a very exclusive location, strip of land just in between the Caribbean Sea and the lagoon, as we call it, of Tortuguero. So this will have you like in an island where nature will be surrounding you. You would feel like Indiana Jones. And I see no better person to introduce this than Alejandro Lara. Passing the word on. Thank you very much, Alejandro.
Thank you very much, Michelle. It's a pleasure to be here participating in this nice activity. Thank you for all the organization. Well, the property that I represent is called Laguna Lodge, that is located in Tortuguero. Tortuguero is the Costa Rican jungle. It's the best place you to admire nature, to admire the turtles, to admire caimans, crocodiles, birds, and just to be there, resting in the middle of the nature. We have our location, the location of the destination is in the North Caribbean coast of Tortuguero. A very important fact is that the only two ways to arrive the hotels in the area are just by boat or by plane. There are no cars, there are no trains. It's part of the attraction just to disconnect from all the city. Our property is located in this red point that is in between the Caribbean Sea on one side and we have the Tortuguero main lagoon on the other side. This gives us a perfect location because you can have like the relax of the river on one side and the strong ocean on the other side. It's very, very important to mention that you cannot swim in the ocean, neither in the river. Why not in the ocean? Because of the rip currents. And that's the reason, or the main reason, why the turtles arrive to Tortuguero during the season, because the currents are like kind of highways for them. So they can arrive very easily to the beach. And well, sometimes we see some animals swimming on the river. That's the main reason why we don't recommend you to swim in these areas of the destination. But well, the hotel have some pools and some nice areas just to relax. Here in this first part of the presentation, you can see the airstrip. We have the airstrip that is located 5 minutes away from the lodge. And well, here we have our family pool that is on the left side of the presentation. We have the adult pool on the right side. It helps us a lot like to have two different atmospheres, one just for adults and a family pool on the other side. That is a very nice area. Then we have our restaurants. Our restaurants have a great location just in front of the lagoon. So you're gonna have the 3 meals with a great view of the Costa Rican jungle that is just a very, very nice experience. Next, we have here our rooms. We have 106 rooms in our lodge. All of them are rustic rooms in the middle of the nature with the safe box, settling fan, these nets on the windows to avoid the mosquitoes coming in, and well, the private bathroom with hot water. The experience is very nice just to be there and disconnect for all the things about the city. And well, very important that we offer Wi-Fi connection on most of the public areas and most of the rooms. We're working very hard someday to have 100% connection because of the trees and the atmosphere. It's kind of a difficult sometimes, and because of the weather, we are located in the rainforest, so we have like kind of some rain and sun during all the year. So it's part of the attraction of this beautiful and amazing destination. Next, we have here our package. Normally we offer a full package or complete package that includes all the transportation, ground and boat transportation from San Jose City up to Tortuguero, both ways. Then we offer 1 or 2 nights of accommodation. We always recommend 2 nights of accommodation in order to have a full day in Tortuguero and enjoy all the activities and all the attractions of this nice destination. We offer the complete, all the meals that are included in the package. During our way to Tortuguero, we have breakfast in the road, and on the way back, we have lunch in the road, and we're all the meals in our property. All of them are buffet style. Then we include 3 different activities. Number 1 is the safari boat around Tortuguero National Park. This is like the main one. It's just an amazing experience to be there, navigating through the canals, watching the monkeys, watching the birds, watching some caimans, and just to be there in the middle of the jungle is just amazing. Then we offer a visit to the Tortuguero village, a small place, very Caribbean style, more or less 1,500 people, living over there. And one of the main reasons why we promote this visit to the village is to help the economic activity of the area, because the only industry or the only economic activity that we have in this place is the tourism industry. And well, the last activity that is included in the package is a naturalist walk through our trails and beach. Normally, during the hatching season that is starting this September, we go to the beach and have the opportunity, if you are lucky, as always with the nature, to see these little baby turtles going out of the nest and running to the ocean. It's the beginning of life. That is a very nice experience. And well, always very important to mention that all your passengers are going to have a bilingual certificated guide always with them since day number 1, picking up them in the hotels in the city, taking them to Tortuguero, making the activities, and always, well, trying to make the best experience possible while they are staying in our property and visiting the destination. Here next we have a nice video just to remember or to tell you about that nesting season. Tortuguero is the main destination for the green turtle, that is the second biggest turtle around the world. So from July to October is the nesting season. August and September are the best months to admire them. It's an extra cost. We offer an extra tour for this. And then from September to December is the hatching season. This is an extra walk that we offer as an add value, no extra cost. So normally our guides are gonna offer to all the passengers to go and visit all together the beach and walk all along to see if they got the opportunity to see these baby turtles. You can be sure that Tortuguero is one of the best destinations in Costa Rica, and we always try to make the best experience possible while you are staying at Laguna Lodge. Thank you very much for this time, and well, we are gonna be very anxious to receive all the passengers in our property.
Thank you very much, Alejandro. Definitely great presentation. Makes us want to travel. And there are things in Tortuguero that are unique. Um, let's say I'll take over the question by Sherry here. In Costa Rica, basically, anytime, somewhere, there's something happening with the turtles. However, started in July is when you have a peak for Tortuguero, increase in October, September with a peak, going down in November. So that will be for the green turtle. We do have there as well the hawksbill. On the Caribbean side, you would have the logger and the leatherback, but they'll go further south. There's one species on the Pacific that is exclusive, that is the olive ridley. So remember when Arturo was talking about Costa Rica, we noticed that diversity, we mentioned it, and that's something you have to consider, and that's why it's important to be in contact with us. We believe that unity is the key to success. And when we're talking about that, we include you in the formula. So we need you to be in contact with us to give you the most accurate and precise information for you and your guests. Costa Rica is different from one place to the other. And actually, we'll be talking right now about a hotel on the Pacific side, the Best Western Jaco. Most of you are familiarized with that name, Best Western. Today, Laura Ramirez will be introducing this inclusive resort that has spectacular beachfront views and combines this with the relaxing tropical atmosphere. Okay, it's an all-inclusive resort in the center of Jaco, a very popular area. So just walking outside the hotel, you have discotheques, you have bars, you have different restaurants. And it's located just an hour and a half away from San Jose. This is a good option. Costa Rica inaugurated in this government the new International Convention Center. So we are welcoming, we're getting ready for professional seminars and businessmen coming to Costa Rica. Maybe you have a full week and you're flying late Saturday, you just have a few hours, well, an hour and a half away, you have this great option. This all-inclusive resort provides guests with unlimited food and drinks as you gaze all over the Pacific Ocean and exciting activities for all ages. We'll take no more time. Now I'll pass the word on to Laurita. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michelle, for the presentation. And hello, everyone. Hope you and your family are doing well. First, I would like to start with very important topic today, health and safety protocols. The Best Western Jaco Beach has been working for several weeks on the protocols that we guide our hotels in the COVID opening. These protocols include all hotels' departments, front desk, guest rooms, swimming pools, restaurants, and common areas, and has main objective to be able to guarantee our clients and our staff safety. And now, where is Jaco Beach? Where is located the hotel? Okay, Jaco Beach, Best Western Resort, is a beachfront hotel located in the Central Pacific, less than 2 hours away from San Jose, a half mile from Jaco downtown, 8 minutes walking to also enjoy the local culture. And 1 hour from Manuel Antonio National Park. Our location allows you to include in your itineraries different activities and tours nearby and maximize the time during your stay. And next, I will present our rooms. The hotel has 125 rooms. Offer you comfort and convenience so that you can enjoy your stay in the Central Pacific. Room service and amenities include phone, free Wi-Fi, daily housekeeping, cable TV, and more. two buildings of rooms, all standard category, rooms with pool view and garden view. And also some of our rooms have a beautiful sea view. And the next one is, okay, the next one is about our restaurants. All our rates include unlimited food and drinks, serving in different areas. Like El Puerto restaurants is our main restaurant. If you like international cuisine or want to experiment traditional Costa Rica dishes, you will definitely enjoy the Puerto buffet. Breakfast, lunches, and dinner. Just relax and enjoy our delicious buffet surrounded by the beautiful view of the pool and the sea. And next one is our snack bar, El Muelle. Feel the refreshing sea breeze at the El Muelle bar, right in front of the beach. Offer an unlimited drinks and quick snacks and fast food. And the next one is our lobby bar. The lobby bar offers you an unlimited drinks, ranging tropical cocktails, fruit smoothies, sodas, and shaved ice and different flavors. It's a nice place for relaxing beach experience. And of course, fun included. You can also enjoy the all experience with fun included. Fun daily activities for all ages, tennis court, football court, swimming pool for children and adults, daily night and activities for the whole family, bar discotheque, and children's activities and playground. And the final hours meeting rooms. If you are planning a meeting, conference, training, seminar, incentive trip, the all-inclusive Best Western, ocean views and beautiful garden setting come together to create an event destination. Also, our hotel is ideal setting for the unforgettable occasion in Costa Rica, wedding, honeymoon, and more. Finally, a video. I hope very soon to welcome you in Costa Rica.
Located in Jaco, one of Costa Rica's most popular beaches for surfing, the 125-room Best Western all-inclusive resort is just 90 minutes away from San Jose Airport on the Pacific Ocean. Best Western, Jaco Beach, all-inclusive fun.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rita, about presentation. Beautiful. One just feels like relaxing and going over here, unplugging, as I've said it before. And you can see here how different is the Caribbean from the Pacific. Now, the Pacific, even though it's a small country, is very different. We have divided that area in three specific spots. We have the South Pacific, which is a wilder spot, the Central Pacific, where Jaco Beach is, and we have in the North Pacific that area of Guanacaste. When we mention Guanacaste, most people will think about beaches, actually, but it's much more than that. It goes beyond that. And there's no place that defines this better than Hacienda Guachipelín. New travelers, as we have taken their opinion, they want to stay in a place safe, relaxed. They can do more activities in a single spot. And Hacienda Huachipelín is this place. An actual hacienda, there are places where you have rooms and they put few animals around you, so you feel like you're in an hacienda. But it's a place that transformed itself from a cattle ranch into a private biological reserve. Next to a national park, Rincón de la Vieja, Hacienda Huachipelín is a buffer that keeps cement from going into the national park. So it's a very good experience for unplugging. You have adventure, you have nature, you have relaxation, you have massages. And as Brenda says it, yes, one loves Hacienda Huachipelín once you go over here. So I think there's no better person to introduce this than the owner, great person, great friend, Jose Tomas. Give you the word. Thank you.
Okay, hello. Happy to be with you. My name is Jose Tomas. I'm one of the partners at the property, Hacienda Huachipelín. So I want to give you a quick 5-minute briefing on the property. So we'll be kind of going fast around here. That's the reception area. Can we get the other image, please? Thank you. That's the reception area where we have the old buildings converted into the hotel. Next image, please. We're located in Rincón de la Vieja, and we are 55 minutes away from the airport. From the beach. And we are 30 minutes away from the airport. Next. Okay, that's the volcano, and you can see at the bottom, Hacienda Huachipelín, and then at the very far end, you can see the ocean. Next. Adriana. Now, our main attraction is the national park. You can see boiling mud pots, sulfur vents, lovely waterfalls that flow all year round. It's a lush forest full of very interesting activity. Let's go. Next. You can see the volcanic activity in the forests. Próxima. Vamos pasando un poquito más rápido, Adriana. That's the swimming pool at the hotel. We have a 45, I think it's 45 slides, so we're going to be going fast. One of our restaurants, we have 3 restaurants at the property, one right next to the swimming pool. This one is out in the open area. We produce our own greens at the restaurant. We serve all of our own produce, eggs, our beef, our cheese. That's the open bar right under the tree where people have a nice beer and they dance to the marimba music. We have 87 rooms total. We have several categories. That's a standard category. Next. That's the superior rooms. Next. That's part of our superior rooms. Then we go to the family rooms. Then we have our next rooms at the legacy suites. Those are the oldest buildings that have been converted into guest rooms. They all have king-size beds, local art, their own balconies looking into the forest, hammocks in the corridors to have a nice chat in the afternoon. Honeymoon suites, we have 2 with their own private terrace, their own private garden. Very nice king-size bed. Fabulous bathrooms. They have their own private terrace in the bathroom. Nice bathing, nice tub, and the showers at the other side. So the bathroom is very, very nice. We have the spa with the sauna right in the middle of the forest with the fountains for the volcanic mud. You can dip into volcanic waters that are really, really good for your skin. That's the massage room and the spa area where when you open the windows, you can get the river integrated hot springs that are all in this natural environment. And you can go through hanging bridges to move from pool to pool, and they do the volcanic mud treatment as well. The property is full of waterfalls. We have, besides the waterfalls from the national park, we have 8 waterfalls in the property that are accessible through different bridges and platforms. And you can simply go and enjoy there on your own. Lots of natural environment. The property is over 1,000 hectares of private reserve. One of our main things is are the tours. The adventure tours is one of the things that we do. Here in this map, and if you can stay there for a second, Adriana, you can see the hotels in the middle. To the left-hand side, to the right-hand side, you see the national park and the volcano. And all around the property, within the property are the activities, different activities. You can go horseback riding, tubing, you can do zip lining. Next, please. Okay, that's the reception area for the tour office, where the adventure starts. Horseback riding is part of what we do. I'll be answering questions as soon as I'm finished. Whitewater tubing is one of the most fun activities for the warm weather of Guanacaste, getting into that fresh combination of fast rapids and whitewater rapids, and then the slow pace combined with the rapids is fabulous. That is the zip lining. We have actually 2 tours inside the canyon. If you can see, this tour is different from every other tour. This happens inside this beautiful volcanic canyon. If you can stay there in that image for a second, we still have 10 more seconds. There you can see the canyon in this picture. And in the next picture, you can see this tour that goes right around the edge. And it's really full of adrenaline. Next, please. We're short of time now. Okay, canyoneering or canyoning. We descend waterfalls with ropes. Very, very nice. Loaded with adrenaline. Next. So the property is full of rivers and waters. Whitewater, also mountain biking is something that we do for all ages and all levels. This is the last thing. We have this clean and safe certificate that we keep our protocols for safety very, very tight. So we submit on a daily basis photographs and of our different procedures in order to make sure that we are maintaining the standard. So we get every month we get the certificate validated, where all of our procedures are certificated. So okay, we are through with the 5 minutes. So happy to answer your questions by the chat. I will be posting email for and contact information at the chat if you have some questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jose. Just wishing I could be there right now. It's a beautiful place.
You're welcome.
I know. Second home. So you can see that Costa Rica is very diverse, and we have so many things to offer, so many options, and it's good for you to have hand information and updated. It's what I said before. We have received questions from many clients mentioning things that aren't true, that aren't happening, and that's why we needed to be in contact with us, with the experts, with the official sources. You notice how Costa Rica could be very diverse, and in this matters, adventure has grown. Costa Rica has positioned itself in adventure tourism, and Cristina Hernandez today will be introducing Sky Adventures, which is a family business. It's all Costa Rican capital, and they began in an area called Monteverde. Ironically, this area was started by Quakers that were running away. They got into Costa Rica. So more than 20 years ago, this family had the ambition to work in tourism and become pioneers in hanging bridges. I remember those days when I heard about walking on top of the canopy. It was like, how is that going to be possible? And it's become really good, and they're definitely the experts, the pioneers in this. So as the time goes by, they have been able to create unique experiences for tourists, get out of the ordinary and go on an adventure in a country with different and extraordinary types of forests, because they have different locations. Sky Adventures works with the high standards of safety and quality, so they want every moment in the customer service to be remembered with a smile or a story. Who knows that explains that adventure that is lived in Costa Rica, and the desire to make your dreams come true, feeling free in a completely natural environment. So I'm going to pass the word over to Cristina. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michelle. It's a pleasure to know about you. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. So my name is Cristina Hernandez. I am part for the sales department of Costa Rica Sky Adventure. And for me, today is a pleasure to be with you in that special networking or little part of, especially in that form, yeah, at Zoom. So today I want to talk about Costa Rica Sky Adventure. To give like an idea, Costa Rica Sky Adventure is part of one group that the name is Grupo Valverde. We have different type of adventure parks. Both of them are one in Monteverde and one in Arenal. That is the two parks that we're going to see today. We have another wellness park, that wellness, a little park of adventure that is in Guanacaste. We have an hotel in Monteverde and one chocolate shop in Arenal. So for us, it's going to be a pleasure to receive you in Costa Rica. The next, please. Perfect, thank you. So we want to start with Monteverde. Monteverde, Sky Adventure Monteverde is part of our cloud forest here in Costa Rica. If you can pass the next one, please. Perfect. To give you a little bit of information, Monteverde is at Punta Arenas province. So we are going to start in the northeast of Costa Rica. It's going to be like 2.5 hours for the Juan Santa Maria airport. So it's very near for the airport and it's very near for the Pacific coast. Next, please. So we're going to start with the beautiful tours. At Monteverde, we're going to have 4 different type of tours. One of the best tours that we have is the Monteverde Skywalk. This is our tour for hanging bridges. As Michelle says before, we are going to start with that tour in Monteverde. So this is our trail in the cloud forest. We're going to have 3.5 kilometers of trail that is going to cover in 2 hours. There is a total of 6 hanging bridges. So the tour is special to have this contact with the nature part and explore a little bit of our cloud forest in the northern viewpoints, that is the hanging bridges. The next, please. For the Sky Tram Trek, this is our adventure tour in the part of Monteverde. They start with a tram for go to the top of the mountain, and after we go down at zip line, we're going to take 7 cables of zip line that is covered for 100 meters to 7,500 meters. That is the longest cable. There's going to be 7 cables of canopy, and the endless cable is like, the name is vertical drops, but it's a mini bungee jumping. So it is like a little gift at the final of the tour. There is our adventure tour. For the Sky Tram up and down, there is a very relaxing tour in the part of Monteverde. That is our common tour of tram. That tour is only the tram, so we're going up to the mountain with the tram. That is going to be 800 meters. In the top, we're going to have a viewpoint, beautiful viewpoint, and the guide is going to talk about a little bit of the information about the forest. After we go down in the same tram, so it's very relaxing, and there's going to cover like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. It's very quickly, but it's beautiful and so relaxing. For the North Tour, that is Monteverde tree climbing. This is our tour that is connected with the nature part, because we have 4 trees. That's different type of trees. We have highest about 9 to 20 meters high. So we're going to go up climbing the tree, and after do softly descending by rappelling. So it's like to have a contact, a stretch contact with the tree, and there is a very relaxing tour, but you're going to feel like a kid again in the top of the trees. Next, please. So after cover Sky Monteverde, we're going to cover Sky Arenal. That is our another park in the part of Alajuela. There is a type of rainforest. So to give a little bit more information, here is in Alajuela province in the north of Costa Rica, and it's going to take like 2.5 hours to come for Arenal. So it's very near too, and very near for the airport. We have some tours in common with Monteverde and Arenal. So we're going to say that same tours of Sky Tram Trek, Walk, and Sky Tram. In that case, Sky Tram Trek is one of the best tours in Arenal, because we have the possibility to go up on the mountain in the tram and after go down in zip lines. We're going to take 7 cables of zip lines, and the majority of part you're going to have a views like a volcano and the lagoon. That kind of tour for both parks is permits for kids that have more than 5 years old, and the maximum of weight is 300 pounds. So we have covered the majority of our clients can do the activity. For the part for Skywalk, there is another tour that is very similar for Monteverde. In that case, is in the rainforest. The total of the tour is going to take like 3 hours because it's going to be 5 kilometers of trail. In that tour, we have 4 hanging bridges and we have different viewpoints and 2 waterfalls. So it's like to stay on the mountain and feel part of our adventure and have another viewpoints in the hanging bridges. For the Skytram, that is so similar for the part of Monteverde, there is the same one, go up in the tram and after have a viewpoint in the top and after go down. In that tour, you can go up in the tram and after you prefer, if you go down the same tram on, or depends if you want, you can go down walking and have the experience for 2 hanging bridges. The longest of the cable is the same one for the north, so it's it's very similar to the tour of Monteverde. But that park, Sky Adventure Arenal, have another adventure tours that is like another level of adventure. So in that case, it's going to be a Sky Limits. That is another type of tour that is cover not only the seaplane activity, there's cover a lot of activities in one. There's going to take like 3 hours. We go up in the tram and after go down doing zipline, rappelling, canyoning, doing different types of activities, Tibetan bridges. And then after you can finish with the Superman line. That is the longest line in Arenal. So you're going to have an experience like be in the mountain and have the adventure, the completely adventure for the rainforest. It rains a little bit, you walk a little bit and have 3 hours of an extraordinary experience. For the Sky River Drift is our tour that includes a little bit of water because we're going to start with 2 cables of zipline. And after we go down at the river, is something similar, like if a little bit rafting to give them like an idea. And we use tubings too, so it's very personal. And you go down. The tour is going to take like 3 hours and it's another part of different types of lived adventure in the park. So you can choose what is your preferring about that, what kind of tour maybe you will like that. And we have another tour for sports that is a Sky Wheel Bikes and Sky Wheel Kayak. That is a tour that comes together. We prefer to use to come together. And there's going to take like 3 hours. It's going to be like 8 kilometers of total for biking. That is in the same part of Arenal. You have different viewpoints, but special with the kayak at the lake because you can have the opportunity to be in the lake of Arenal and do another sport activity that is going kayak. For give a little bit more information about the protocols or procedures of security, we are only connect with everything is going to be in secure form. Our company is one of the first company that do canopy in the more security form that they could be. So for give like an idea, the pool is specialized doing because the people doesn't take the cable all the time is going to be covered about our guys. So the security is very completely. For COVID, we are going to take another part of security so we can procure our protocols with COVID-19 because we are very, very strict about the distance, how many people is going to be in all our tours for give you more security for our clients. And we would like to live unique experience with you and we wait for you in Costa Rica. Maybe you have the opportunity to come with us. And for me, it was a pleasure. I don't know if you have any question. I can ask about the chat.
Thank you very much, Christina. That was really interesting. As you can see, Costa Rica is able to personalize and tailor your trips. Different levels of adventure, different levels of adrenaline, different kinds of physical performance, and ages also. That will be diverse. I can tell you, my kids ever since I've been 4 years old, yes, I've thrown them to the sit lines and enjoyed this kind of adventures. And I've seen, you say PDH people, feel young in spirit doing this. So they're ready to receive any kind of ages. and interests and goals in these matters. It's good, again, to be with the professionals. Now, for our next product, unfortunately, since we are live, these things happens. We are going through technical issues over here. We won't be able to have Laura introducing the hotel, but we quickly got a video to show you and present a little bit about this comfortable, chic, and attentive hotel. Just located a few minutes away from San Jose International Airport. Remember, Jose Tomas mentioned Daniel Duer International Airport. That was the second international airport opened in Costa Rica for that North Pacific, fun, sun, beach. And this is the official airport since 1955, Juan Santa Maria. So Best Western Plus is really in a very good position. It was the first large hotel open in Costa Rica, so they have a long time expertise in these matters, and is a preferred choice of hotels among businesses or leisure travelers who value comfort, convenience, affordability, without having to give up the chic style and attentive service, which is very personalized. They have casinos, they have restaurants, they're in a very strategic position. You're just close enough to the capital, but not in between to be bothered by the honks and the bonks of the cars. And the thing about it is that it has spacious, bright, and beautiful appointed 118 guest rooms in total. That's pretty good. They have suites as well, and they have contemporary decor and every amenity necessary for a relaxing, rewarding. Remember that in the new protocols, less is best, right? So we get rid of what's no longer necessary. We leave what's really important for your comfort. And what this hotel and other hotels have worked at is exactly this. So we're gonna pass this little video about the Best Western Plus, and images talk more than words. So Adri, whenever you're ready.
The new Best Western Plus San Jose, located near the capital city's main attractions, just 15 minutes from Juan Santa Maria International Airport. It is promoted as an option for tourists who either visit the city for pleasure or for business. The Best Western Plus San Jose is the type of hotel that adapts to all the needs of both the corporate and business market, offering international standards of service and quality, which ensures a seamless experience without any surprises or hassles. It offers the best in-room internet connection through fiber optics. Included in our services, we also have the complimentary breakfast prepared in the club lounge, which offers a tranquil and pleasant space in the middle of terraces, gardens, a fire pit, and waterfalls. Its 60 new, completely remodeled rooms offer a pleasant stay amid spaces designed to stimulate rest and comfort. The Best Western Plus San Jose has rooms for corporate meetings or events of any kind. They are fully equipped for any activity in order to make it a total success. Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there.
Quite easy to understand what Best Western Plus in San Jose is about. So again, the apologies for the fact that Laura couldn't introduce personally, but we have this pretty good video for you. What we'll do right now is we'll go through the questions. So we'll go into the chat room. I would just like to go, as I said at the very beginning, throughout the list of the countries that are already welcomed in, welcoming in Costa Rica. in August 1st, we opened the international airport, and there were two-sided restrictions. And on September the 1st, we have residents of New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Connecticut, Maryland, Virginia, Columbia, that were allowed. Now, September the 15th, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and Colorado would also be allowed to enter. I would like to go through this again. Please be in contact with us. Please be in contact with the official sources, because there are many other non-official fake pages, and they might confuse you. Which are the requirements to enter Costa Rica? You need to complete the digital epidemiological form. It's called the health pass, like the papers we fill in an airplane, right? But this is digital. You need to get a negative PCR coronavirus test with a maximum of 72 hours. This is the one test that is valid, okay? There are other tests showing that you're negative, that you don't have it, but the PCR is the one you have to ask for, okay? You have to purchase a mandatory travel insurance that covers accommodation in the eventual case of quarantine. Costa Rica is not demanded a quarantine. That's why we're asking the test before it, all right? So if you take care of all these simple steps, you don't need to go to quarantine. But if it does happen, because remember, it takes time to incubate, then you need this insurance that will take care of the quarantine, I repeat, and all the medical expenses due to the COVID-19 illness itself. Now, this insurance could be bought internationally or purchased in Costa Rica, okay? So if you forgot to buy yours or you didn't find one that fulfilled your need, you could buy it in Costa Rica. We do, however, always recommend getting it home where it'll be easier for you to be refunded in an eventual need, right? Now, and this is something really important. You need to prove throughout your driver's license, which is your state, okay? The state that you leave, and making sure that it's authorized. We know people that have tried to sneak and fly out of an authorized state while they're leaving another place. So it's really important that you keep this in mind. They're gonna ask you your state ID or driver's license, proving that indeed you live in one of the authorized cities. Okay, so let's go right now to the chat room. Remember, if you have further questions, it's a good time for you to share them with us. Are turtle walks included? No, they're not. And this is about Tortuguero. One of the things about the turtle walks is that Tortuguero specifically has included what we call the monitors. We believe that conservation has to benefit the communities. Costa Rica has created a standard in which hotels have stars, restaurants have forks. We give leaves, and leaves say that you protect the environment and the culture. Sustainable tourism. So Costa Rica has worked in this, and in sustainable tourism, hotels, tour operators, travel agents need to reinforce the local economy, hiring local population. With this said, the local population is not fully bilingual. Some of them are not fully bilingual, so they have no chance of being a local guide, a naturalist guide. And what they do is they work as monitors. They'll be on the beach, tracking silently the turtles and being in contact with the ranger who will authorize the guide. So notice the chain over here. There will be 3 people having a benefit in this. And that's why it's not included. It was easier to manage this income directly from the client than from the hotel through the different people that will be getting this benefit. That's why it's not included. It's optional. It is also not guaranteed. And that's why it's better for you to buy it once in place. You talk with the locals. There are peaks, as Alejandro very well said, in which is almost guaranteed, but it's nature after all. I always make fun with this because once we're in Tortuguero, it's a rainforest, and people ask me, Michelle, do turtles come out when it's raining? So I tell them, I don't think so. They don't want to get wet. Rainforest, they're in the water. Doesn't really matter. It all depends on the movements, recent movements, moon season again. So that's why you want to be in place and check with the local, which are the experts. But definitely, it will be arranged throughout your hotel. Okay, Alejandro did answer the periods. All the comments about Hacienda Huachipelín. How active are these tours? Leticia, are you talking about the walks? Are you talking about the zip lining, about the tubing, about the canyoning? There are different levels, as we mentioned, fulfilling different needs and interests. But basically, all of them are accessible for all ages. Very professional staff, very professional guides, and they will tell you what are the requirements, physical, most of all, for participating in these events. I learned from my grandfather, good news go fast, bad news go faster. And believe me, we don't want bad news. So definitely, you being with the professionals, we will take care and lead you to this, knowing your own limits. These are activities, some are the adventures. Okay, Marilyn had taken over this. So travel. Okay. Thank you very much, Sherry. You know what? We wish you would be here. The best source for restrictions. If you're talking about the COVID itself, again, the Costa Rican Tourism Bureau or Pro Imagen will be more than pleased to help you with this. It was a pleasure. Hope to see you then. I enjoyed the presentation from all suppliers. All suppliers are individual. Questions for the Sherry. When is the best time to travel to Costa Rica as a first timer? Hey, this is a tricky question, Leticia. Hope you have a whole afternoon. I'm kidding. Anytime. Okay. Remember I mentioned something about 12 life zones and then I mentioned 83 microclimates. Well, there's something that Costa Rica doesn't have, and it's seasons. Seasons as you would know them. And I will very quickly prove this. Costa Rica is 8 to 11 degrees north of the equator. We're very close to it. That means that the difference in between the shortest and the longest day is 22 minutes. Honestly, who's counting? When we do our seminars, like we usually do before COVID, we go to you, and I always fool my family because I send them an image where it could be very clear, very dark, and they think that they're in local time over here. Costa Rica, 6 a.m., 6 p.m. is when we have sunlight. Never expect to have sunlight 9 o'clock, right? At night. So Costa Rica indeed has no seasons. Another proof of it is that, as I mentioned, we're in the Northern Hemisphere, along with Canada. If we have Canadians on our show today, let me tell you, I love your country, and I love going to your country when it's cooler. So that's a very personal thing. But if we go to the seasons, correct me if I'm wrong, January, February, and March, April are pretty cool temperatures in Canada. True or not? We're both in the northern hemisphere, but those are the driest months of Costa Rica. How could it be if we're sharing a season? And the fact is that we have no seasons. So, Leticia, again, expect a cloud forest to be a cloud forest, expect a rainforest to be a rainforest, and tropical dry forest in Guanacaste or Hacienda Huachipelinis is the only place that could talk about a climatic change throughout the year, fluctuation. This month that I mentioned, starting late November with the arrival of northeastern trade winds, until late April, May, you would have a drier period for the North Pacific, being the driest part of Costa Rica, with only 6 feet of rainfall. Yes, only 6 feet, 28 in the highest rainfall. So yes, expect the rainforest to be a rainforest. But the good thing is that if you come into Costa Rica for nature, they're not spooked away. They're not afraid of these conditions that I mentioned. They're used to it. And from my expertise, throughout 30 years, more rain, less people on the trails, more animals for you. If you're looking for the sunlight, then stick to that North Pacific. As you can see, we have nature over there as well. So this is why it's important for you to be in contact with us. We can help you. We can guide you as to what your goals and purpose of the trip will be, all right? But indeed, Costa Rica is a year-round destination, which is very good with this COVID situation. Some of the countries, as they will be opening right now, they're in the not so good season. And Costa Rica, perfect season. So don't hesitate. We are your choice. Okay, let's see other question. Costa Rica all year round. Hey, you're trying to answer my questions. So I think that's it for the questions. Now, inviting you to the Expo Tour. Costa Rica has this largest activity in the country, but we weren't sure the airports would be open. We weren't sure if you could make it to us. And we wanted to share this with everyone. As I said earlier, we haven't just been wasting time. We have been getting ready for this. We're desiring your groups, your client, your customers to come. You, of course, updating the product of Costa Rica. So ACOPRO, Costa Rica Professional Association in Tourism, ProImagen and Futuropa, as leading groups in this market in Costa Rica, have put it together the virtual 2020 Expo Tour. This is the most important virtual tourism trade show there will be. You will be able to have 20 minutes with up to 300 Costa Rican companies. It will be from November 16 to November 21. I would usually say, write it down, schedule it. I won't today. I'm going to ask you to go right now into your webmail and book your space. It's very easy. commercial@acoprod.org. acoprod.org, commercial. Don't forget that. It's really important for you to connect with us, and you will be participating for future prizes. I've been asked about a fam trip in December. We're going to have a fam trip over here. Thank you very much, Leticia. You're my kind of girl. Great. And we'd also have for every participant the Pura Vida package, which are gifts and giveaways for you as a way to thank you for considering Costa Rica, for trusting Costa Rica and the Costa Ricans as the ultimate destination for your customers. We're waiting for you. We're just hoping you stay safe. We're just hoping that everything goes right with you where you live. Please do not forget, here at ProImagen, we're here to help you. We'll be more than pleased to get your questions. And it's been a true honor to be with you today. Yes, Leslie, we have we have another date for Expo Tour. I am assuming that if you had already booked, that will be automatically notified to you. But if you haven't, that's why it's important to do it right now. so you'll be getting news, updated news in these matters. For Pro Imagen, we'll be contacted through the Excel sheet, and this way you will be participating for that fam trip. If there are no more questions, I would like to thank you on behalf of Costa Rica. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the group Pro Imagen and myself for the time we have spent together today. Our true honor. I hope it's all clear, it's all useful. Remember, it will be on our YouTube page. You can see it slowly over and over again, and along with all of the different presentations and webinars we have made. Thank you very much. Pura vida. See you soon in Costa Rica.